Right, hello everyone, back again with another video here. So, a little bit different today. Rather than just showing you guys either the winning trades that I took or the losing trades, or even a tutorial, I'm going to go through every single position that I took today in Forex using my lower time frame strategy, show you all of the losses, all of the wins, exactly why I took every single position, why I closed some early, okay, and then my end results for the day. So every single trade that I show you here, I will include a MetaTrader screenshot so you can see I actually executed the trade on my account. As well as that, I will show you a screenshot of me posting it into a public Discord with over 500 people inside that Discord. All right, so I'm not just sharing the wins, I'm not just sharing random MetaTrader screenshots. Okay, so you know these are all the trades that I actually took. All right, so we'll start off with a slideshow. I'll get through that quickly, and then we'll go into the technical analysis and I'll explain and break down the trades for you. So hopefully that helps you out. So let's just do this quickly. Okay, so we have 3 positions here in total. We have a double confirmation short at the start of the session, and then a double confirmation short again, but I got stopped out. On the first double confirmation short, I managed to close that for a little under 1R. The second one, obviously we took a full loss there. And then the third one, a little over 3R. So we recovered quite nicely there, and out of all of those trades, we ended up at about 3R for Euro. All right, now I'll go on to the next here. Here is just the 2 proof screenshots of me posting the trades. Then we have GBP, JPY. Just a small long entry there, small long scalp. Again, I will explain exactly why I entered the trade in a sec. And there's just a screenshot of me posting it. Okay, then we have Swissy. There's a double confirmation there as well. Closing for a little under 2R. And again, there is the confirmation of me actually posting it. GBP USD, we have 2 trades here. I attempted to do a hedge long here while I was in that the first Euro double confirmation short. We got stopped out on that, that's fine. We then took a second long position, which we closed just under break even, all right? So paid a little bit there for the loss and the small fees. Okay, so there's just a screenshot for that. No worries, so we'll go on to the charts now. For every video that I show you guys of me like going through trade examples, okay, I'm gonna make sure that I show proof. That way you know I'm not just cherry picking and I'm not taking 30 trades in a day and showing you only the ones that worked out. This is the reality of trading. There's gonna be days where you will hit, where you will exceed your targets, and there will be days that you are in a massive loss, okay? And there will be days like today where you take a few losses, but then you also take a few wins. You realize you made a few mistakes, but you still end up on top. And we're gonna go through exactly what happened and what trades I took and why. So starting the day off here, all right, I was looking at Euro going into London session. You can see we had equal highs sitting here and equal lows. Okay, so I knew if I was given the opportunity, if I saw multiple confirmations in either direction, I would look to trade those confirmations into either the equal lows or the equal highs. Now, it just so happens we formed a double confirmation to the downside first, being 2 bearish broken bases inside of each other, which prompted me to get short. So if you don't know what a broken base is, I feel like I repeated myself, that's all right. So it's just a high and then the low that sweeps the high. Once we break that low and retest, that's a broken base. Now a double confirmation is simply a broken base inside of another broken base. So I'll show you the live example here, but it's just, you would form a high, another high, we break below the low that swept the high, and then here is the double confirmation. All right, so let's go through exactly what I was seeing here, right around the open. So here we have a sweep of those lower time frame clean highs there. Then we break below, right here. Okay, then we come back up and we form another broken base inside the first, being a double confirmation, which is enough evidence for me to actually get short. Okay, so I was targeting those equal lows. We did head down, okay, and I was confident in this position, but I knew we did have the equal highs sitting at the upside as well, and we were quite early on in the session. So if we did reverse here, then we would need to look at getting out, all right, and that's exactly what happened. And this will lead into our long entry as well. So we have a sweep here, a broken base here, a sweep here, and then a double confirmation long right there. Okay, so this is around the area that I ended up closing my full position size for the short, and then I thought I would risk a little bit of capital here. I wasn't at full risk for this trade because we did form this double confirmation to the upside. I thought, you know what, let's give this a crack. If I do get stopped out, you know, it's worth the risk because I was targeting something like 7 to 8R on that trade. So I did eat a loss there, but that is fine. And now we will get to the long entry, all right? So we formed the double confirmation to the downside, we retraced, and before we actually hit the target, we then formed a double confirmation to the upside, telling me that the rest of the session should be bullish. Now, okay, so all I did was wait for the second confirmation, and then I placed my limit right here with my stop below this low, right, targeting these highs. We came down a little deeper than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting a full retrace into this base here, so unfortunately we didn't get the tightest entry, but that's fine. 3R is 3R. And then we swept these equal highs right here. So moving into GBP USD now. Okay, if we go down to the lower time frames here, you'll see we actually swept below this key low right here into this double confirmation long. So we have a low, the high that swept the low, the break above, and then again a low, the high that swept the low, and then the break above. Okay, so if we returned to this level around a session open and form another confirmation, that tells me that we are ready to head to the upside. So at this point, this was around the area that I took my my hedge long. Okay, so keeping in mind I was in that EUR USD short, but I was looking at the charts and I'm like, okay, there's a possibility we couldn't sweep the lows on EUR USD, and there's a possibility that after sweeping the low on GBP USD here, we would just continue to the upside. So I entered the long hedge right here, and then we got stopped out quite quickly. Okay, so just going and looking at this, there was another untested broken base here on the 1 minute time frame that unfortunately I just didn't see. Okay, I was on the 5 minute, I only saw this. If I had have seen this untested broken base down here inside of the first one, you know, I would have entered my limit a little bit lower, and maybe we would have avoided the initial loss here, but it is what it is. Okay, so we swept that level, and then we broke above this high right here. Okay, and now this again is just another confirmation. So we have those two confirmations on this side. We formed another, so I'm going to stick to my bias. We swept the key low. GBP USD is in an uptrend on the higher time frames, so this is an easy long for me. I took the position around here, sat through about a 50% drawdown. We came up into this broken base as well, so we had this high right here. This is the low that swept the high, right, and we formed another double confirmation short. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't sitting at my PC at this time. I thought we were in the clear, seeing as though Euro was rallying. So what happened, Euro hit my target, and around that time, we actually formed a double confirmation to get short. Now, I didn't catch this, okay, I'm not a robot, I will miss things. That's fine. And price ended up coming back down, and we closed for a little under break even. Unfortunate, but it's what it is. Moving on to GBP JPY. So around the same time that I took the GBP USD long down there, GBP JPY formed a double confirmation long as well. Now, again, a little bit risky because we did have the double bottom here, and I was already in that GBP USD position, so I used slightly less risk for this one, but yeah, I did close a little bit early, but I'll talk to you about that in a second. Give me 1 second. Alright, so we did close a little bit early on this trade. I did fumble it. I was a little bit overexposed on GBP, so I thought, you know what, I'm cutting this. I'm going to let GBP USD ride. Now, unfortunately, I didn't cut the GBP USD in time, and then I ended up just taking a 0.5R win on this rather than, you know, riding it up to here. You know, I did have my stop a little bit tighter on this one, so rather being below this low, I had it just below here, so I would have actually been stopped out. So is what it is. Now going over to Swissy. Now we formed this double top here, okay, around London Open. And we have this sweep here as well, so we have the high that swept the low. We broke above a clear breakout market structure here. We left the double top to the upside, so we have a confirmation to get long around a session open, and we have an obvious upside objective. So this tells me, okay, we're sweet to enter the long. I entered this, and then Euro USD started to print the clear long opportunity. Okay, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to shave some risk off here. I don't want to be hedged right now. So I closed this position. What was it for? Yeah, about 1.8R on this. So the exact same strategy, right? You look for a sweep. You look for the level that swept the level. Okay, once you see that, you look for a break in structure. Once you see the break in structure, you need to look for an obvious objective. If there is an obvious objective in the direction of the broken base, then you know to take the trade. So I think that's it today, guys. Just going over all my positions. We bagged about probably about 5 to 6R. Nothing crazy, as you can see. A lot of back and forth and a lot of mistakes being made. All right, and I think that's just the reality. Some days you just will not be as sharp as other days, and that's perfectly fine. As long as you stick to your rules as best as you can, it should all work out. No worries. So I hope you enjoyed that. Something a little bit different, covering the entire session rather than just a few losses and a few wins that I choose. Okay, so this is the reality. No worries, guys. Thank you. Bye.